Lord knows I'ma give it all I got. I'm never giving in. If I rise to the top, it'll pay off in the end. Sometimes I feel lost, I don't know where to begin. Ain't trying to stop. Yeah. I can do this.
D-Bird just mentioned to me this idea of going out to a mansion in Texas and recording an album, and that's kind of right up my alley.
People who've never met before in real life, putting them in a house and saying you have this much time to create an album.
Okay, it is a real place, yes.
Hell yeah.
White Collar Rhymes is exactly what it says. It's just, people who work jobs and rap.
Online collaboration's great and stuff, but like the actual like feeling of being like in the moment and like creating like, yes, we got this, like let's go. And it's a feeling like nothing I've ever experienced.
White Collar bringing heat, we ain't even hit the peak.
It feels like we've known each other for years.
I've seen D-Bird on camera. I've seen his stupid little dab, and I hate it. I've seen Cody Nash, jittery and amped up when he's excited about, conspiracy theory he wants to talk about. I would have been more surprised if somebody behaved differently than what I've already come to know.
It's crazy to see you and you.
Soul of a golden god by my team, imagine the rapping and then wrote it off. No fraud, an MC and a sex beast. Trying to find a balance to the XL when I spread cheese. Yeah, I'm what the internet needs, but what the streets hate. It's my birthday, come blow the candle out on this beefcake. Stop lying, tell the truth. I am legend, this is the bar you measure to.
We didn't think this was real.
Maybe we should all just link up and do some music together.
How serious are we about putting together an album and then having it filmed?
To be honest with you, I have no idea what the last mixtape is.
This is the last mixtape. This documentary is the last.
Oh, is that what this is?
That's what it's called.
Hey.
Hi.
Didn't see you there.
Yeah, you did. You saw me.
Didn't see you there.
Oh, Pokemon.
What's your favorite
Pokemon? Bro, Charizard, holographic.
I didn't say what's your favorite Pokemon card. It said what's your favorite Pokemon.
That's the one. The Charizard in PSA 10 holographic from the first series.
If you came across a Charizard in real life, it wouldn't be holographic. Just what creature?
Oh, I'm sorry. Your make-em-ups are better than mine? Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, only be one thing and not the other. You realize it's made up. So my Charizard is holographic.
Okay. Fucking alien about to nuke the entire planet. Holographic Charizards flying around.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm still gonna go with Jigglypuff. Ladies
That's
love
the one with the microphone, right?
Yeah, ladies love a guy who can sing, right? You take a Jigglypuff with you to any outing event, all the bitches are gonna want to touch your Jigglypuff.
Well, no, because Jigglypuff, when he sings, he makes them fall asleep. So it's coming across very Bill Cosby right now.
Great comedian.
You're like, I just wanna have this magical ability where I put girls asleep.
Maybe I have sleep problems and this is meant for me and not to put other people to sleep.
Pretty sure. Well, that's true. Jigglypuff does go to sleep himself, which sucks during an active battle on Smash Bros. You're like, wake the fuck up! You weren't close enough, and now you're fucked.
You never get tired and just like crash and take a nap?
Bro, I have 2 stupid dogs that wake me up at like 7 or 7:30 every morning now, even when I have no reason to be up so early. So yeah, my sleep schedule's fucked.
I love that cartoon. Did you ever watch that cartoon as a young youth? 2 Stupid Dogs?
Isn't it like 2 crazy dogs? Is it stupid?
They're pretty stupid, actually. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I remember Courage the Cowardly Dog. Cat Dog was another good one.
2 Stupid Dogs was like right before Courage in the era of animated cartoons. Great show. You should watch it if you ever get it. It was like along the lines of like a Johnny Bravo and Powerpuff Girls. It was in that era.
Okay, I do remember both of those. Johnny Bravo was kind of my hero, but you look back on it, you're like, oh, this is like the creepiest fuck. Like he's some 35-year-old with too big of hair, pretending to be Elvis and hitting on like harassing women, and maybe even women who are too young for him.
Which is the worst role model to have? Johnny Bravo, Pepe Le Pew, or Bill Cosby?
Ooh, I think Bill Cosby because it's real. But I guess it depends on what you like him for. Pepe Le Pew is like a close second because that skunk rapes. You know, like that's not. And they're like, ew, no. No means no, bro. Get your stinky ass out.
Johnny Bravo is just a Bill Cosby who never actually gets women into his home.
Right.
So yeah, I think you got the order right. Bill Cosby's probably top of the list, then Pepe Le Pew, and then Johnny Bravo. It's a shame.
I was just thinking about this the other day. Who's the worst villain? Like out of all things ever, very broad, who is the worst villain?
Got to be Barack Obama.
Yeah, for all of his space lasers and yeah,
sure. For everything he established and rolled out for the future of America. Villain.
His fault, huh?
You should have done better, dude. You should have set us up for you. That you're supposed to give us the alley-oop to a better future. Look where we're at now, huh? What did we gain?
What did we gain? Good point.
Inflation, walls going up at our borders.
Fictional superhero Barack Obama, biggest villain.
In fictional world, worst supervillain. Worst as in like the most evil, or just like unfunctional villain.
Let me just narrow it down a little bit more. So we've recently been doing a rewatch of Game of Thrones, and I was like, oh, that Joffrey, he really is mean. He's a mean boy. Just total pussy. You know, he lets like his dwarf uncle slap him around. You know, also just tortures people for no reason because he likes it. So then I was like, okay, that's bad. And then we started doing a rewatch of Breaking Bad, and I was like, oh, that's Skylar White, such a nag. And then I'm like, oh, wait, actually, she's in the right. Walt's just disappearing for hours on end, never explaining himself, gets caught in a million lies. Skylar was in the right. 2025 take.
I think Wendy Bird is up there from Ozark.
Now, are you more mad about her, like, from the business angle, or from her like banging the guy and him just watching it over and over? Is it the cheating that makes you mad?
I'm more mad at the business angle. Like she single-handedly led them further down the path of cartel entanglement, while Marty is like, really, let's just find a way out of this shit. Do we need to build a casino and like further ingrain ourselves in cartel business, or should we just, you know, fucking launder the money and get the fuck out? I don't know.
Right? Yeah. Decision. I mean, as all criminals know, you just do this one last job and then you're set. Yeah. As we've discovered throughout all history. Yeah.
If I have to go animated villains in like superhero realm, probably say the Joker.
He's a good one. He stands for nothing.
Constantly terrorizes a guy who runs around Gotham City dressed up as a bat. Pretty much could find out at any given moment who he is, but he's like, no, that's no fun. I will just harass this man until I'm dying days because I know he's never going to kill me. He's too much of a softie to murder me. He's just going to lock me in an asylum that I'm going to break out of, or I'm going to seduce, you know, one of the hot bitches that work there, and she's going to break me out.
You know what hot bitches love is terrible stuff that goes all the way up the cheeks. Been proven.
Yeah.
Chicks dig
I mean, If I knew that's all it took to get a hot blonde with curvy hips and big tits, probably would have had a different childhood. That's all I'm saying.
Fallen Dove in the chat says Kylo Ren. I actually wasn't impressed by Kylo when I saw that. Like, sure, they're evil. Yeah, Universal Galactic Dominion fascism for sure. But also so whiny. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to be scared of the guy. It's like, shut up, Dad. Like, you're just a fucking baby.
I'm not a huge Star Wars buff, but Kylo Ren, unmemorable. If you're going to name a villain, you got to go with Anakin. He fucking killed all those kids. He's like, they deserved it.
True. Yeah. That's once you start sabering kids, you're on the naughty list.
I mean, sure, you can lead an empire to try to take over the universe. Sure, you can like blow people up, but you know, deciding that people are against you and you should just murder some kids as an outlet, pretty fucked up.
Pretty fucked up. That's right. Well, I think we covered the villains.
Let's talk about the good guys.
Music? Oh, the good guys. All right. I mean, I'm here all night. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of good guys, did you see the new Ice Spice and Lotto music video or hear the song?
Should we play it or will that fuck everything up?
We can play it. You want to play it?
I haven't seen it. Chat, should we explore this together before we get into the queue?
I care what the chat says. We're watching that shit.
Fair enough.
Chat. Ask the chat what they want. Chat. Ice Spice and Lotto.
Yeah, we'll just treat this as the first submission since, you know, Ice Spice, Lotto, big fans of our show.
This is called Gyat. You feel familiar with Gyat, Bert?
Oh, that's the youth's term for butt, I think.
I think so. I mean, we don't have to watch all of it, but just curious. Let's start out.
Let's get a little taste.
You like wrestling?
I did when I didn't know it wasn't real. And then I grew up. 6th grade happened.
Elementary bitches said I think I'm out at. My man be gassing me, he putting a pad in my bag.
I like this beat, to be honest.
But I ain't into the skate. I turn around and think
I'm turning off your stream notifications.
Same dick, different night. Bitches can't relate. No makeup in a bunny. This ass still gon' get A. Big mama ain't hard to find. Bitch, I'm still in the A. This whole thing I forgot, but bitch, you still on the play. Lord have mercy. Shape real curvy. My man bought me sticks and stones. Words can't hurt me. I got that.
Okay, this isn't bad. Let's do the Ice Spice.
He want that.
Coming up.
He need that. Bitch, throw that. A bitch like me walking, I'm turning heads. They like,
Hopping out with that gat. I'm a bad bitch, always pouting. Niggas be so damn thirsty, tryna jump headfirst in this fountain. I done brought the Bronx to the yacht like a Maybach truck, how his ass keep bouncing. Nickname Spice cause I'm always in the mix on top, so without me it's bland. That gat all in his hand. That gat fucked up his plans. This gat gon' make me them bands. This gat gon' make him a man. He get behind it, he like damn. He like ice, keep on doing that dance. Fine shit, I like fine shit around me too. Rich bitch, really living life without no rules. No nigga ever was able to tell me what I can't do. Big Spice, ain't never worried about how another hoe move. I got that.
Okay. Okay. I think we got
Lotto ate that up. Ice Spice, still garbage. That's my take.
I like Lotto. I think Lotto is a solid rapper. I think from the maybe like handful of 5 to 8 songs of Ice Spice that I've heard, this is probably the best version of her. However, I think that up against a more polished artist like Lotto, it's, you know, obvious who was the star of this track.
Look, can we just be honest for one fucking second?
No.
Can we be honest?
No.
Ice Spice is an industry plant which people find attractive.
I don't think that she's an industry plant. I think she's one of those people where she had like a initial song and subpar music video, and people, it's always
People
weird.
want to fuck her now. She's a star.
Kind of, but it's also like Sexy Red. Somebody sees like a half-baked video with half. I'm not gonna say half-ass, but subpar performance, and they're like, "Oh, look at this! This is funny." But then other people are like, "Oh shit, that's fire!" And it kind of like blows up out of nowhere. And I think that's really all that got her put onto the scene. Is like some people wanted to make fun of it, but then other people are like, "No, that's dope," and then it just blew up out of nowhere.
I think that's the problem with America today. You just nailed it.
Shout out America.
Some people are like, look at this fucking clown. And everyone's like, oh, that's really, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I mean, how many times does that happen in entertainment just in general, where people are like, this is, what do we have that fucking the long neck and the wide neck guys doing videos and shit? All of a sudden they were like real stars or Snapchat, whatever the fuck they were doing. Like shit like that is where like somebody probably set out to say, hey, look at this is stupid and funny, and other people are like, no, that's awesome, let's make this popular.
Here's a question. All right, let's say that you have to have like a crazy long neck, like it literally is 2 feet of just neck. You're essentially a human freak, but you make money off that. That is your living. You lean into it and you say, fuck it, I'm part of this joke, laughing all the way to the bank. You make $10 million. You have $10 million, but have to walk around like that forever. You in?
Forever? Or can I like get my 10 million and then like shorten my
neck? Chop your neck down? No.
Why not?
Can't chop your neck.
You can make yourself taller. Why can't you make your neck shorter?
Okay, so you have 10 years of physical therapy where they'll just put a crank down on your head, just a drill, push it down.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't know what the aftermath, the surgery involves, but if I make 10 million bank, I might use $1 million to, undo some damage, fix some things, clean it up. Then you can flip it on him. You can be like, oh, look, long neck is now regular neck, and he's looking for love on VH1. VH1 has all the best shows where you need to find love. New York, Flavor Flav, Bret Michaels. Did you ever watch Rock of Love?
Fuck yeah, I watched Rock of Love. You talking to the reality dating show? God, I fucking love that shit.
Which like person-centered love show was the best, in your opinion?
Ooh. I like Flavor Flav because he like distilled them down to nicknames. Just got like the most basic information from them for like 5-minute conversation. Like, oh, you played basketball once? Oops. You have a giant ass. But Gyat. Your name's Gyat.
You from New York? Yeah. New York.
100%. I think that's my favorite. And the fact that New York spit on Pumpkin, just and you saw that slow motion of the loogie just going right and hitting her in the face. Oh, so good.
I have no rebuttal to that. I think that's an excellent reason why that show is king of shows.
King of shows. Maybe we'll do a rewatch on the server.
Yeah. Next time I meet some people, I'm just going to name them whatever arbitrary trait of them reminds me of.
I think that's the best way to go about strangers, interactions. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. What's up, teeth?
Let's get some music done today. It is Subscriber Wednesday, so we're listening to the subs. Listen to music, give it a rating 1 through 10, yada yada yada. Tell you what we like, what we don't like, what is going to make you a superstar, or what's going to keep you on the Discord asking us questions every week. So it's what we do. If you are a subscriber, you're in the line. We'll listen from top to bottom. I'll put a check mark next to it if we listen to it. If at any point you decide that you're tired of these other folks and you want to get to the front of the line, you can always tip or gift a sub. If you have more than one track you want us to listen to, you can tip or gift a sub. Otherwise, 1 track per person. We'll keep it moving until we get through the queue and call it a night. Any questions? No? Good. Let's go. First up, The Fallen Dove, Come Down at Sundown.
I just wanna not be high. Can I calm down? I don't wanna be in the sky. Can someone please bring me out of this place? Can someone please grab me and drag me back down? Hey, let me come down to sundown. Can I come down with you? Can I come down with you? Can I come down with you? I don't wanna feel the light. Bring me into the night. I wanna feel the sky. Baby, don't you lie. Why can't you drag me down? I just wanna come down. I just wanna come down with you. Let me come down to sundown. Hey baby, I love the pills more than you. I know you gonna cry at the truth. But baby, I never wanna come down. But you make me wanna turn around. So I get sober, it ain't over. Like the sky say, talking no October. Hey, I'ma give you that snow flavor. No snow cone, tiger's blood in my veins. Hey, it's coursing. Hey, I'm pouring, sipping on the codeine. Hey, sipping on it. Yeah. I've been sipping on the codeine. It loves me more than you. I don't give a fuck who knows the truth. I don't care if you think it's true. When I look in your eyes and see you, smile back at me, smile back at me. I'ma crack a seal when I pop some pills. Do it for the thrill so I can fucking chill. I don't know what's real and I don't know what's real. I just wanna come down with you. Bitch, let me come down with you. Hey, bitch, let me come down to sundown. Hey, turn around, hey, what's your fun town at? I've been trying to get into that fun town, sundown. Fuck it, I'ma come down to sundown, huh? Fuck it, I'ma come down to sundown, huh? Fuck it, I'ma come down to sundown, huh?
Alright, that was Come Down It's Sundown by The Fallen Dove.
Dove, answer me this. You freestyle the whole thing? Like, that whole thing was a freestyle, right? Yeah, I mean, look, I like the shout out of Tiger's Blood. That also is my favorite snow cone flavor. On top of blue and blue raspberry and cotton candy, all of them. I want them all. It didn't make sense. Like it just didn't make sense. So I guess my question would be why? What is this for? I think, a lot of it didn't rhyme. It was tonally off key, and I think the volume of the vocals was way too loud comparatively. But it also kind of doesn't feel like you want, serious critiques of this. It's just like, hey, look it, I did a thing. And it's like, all right, you did a thing. I think that's where I'm at. I was serious suggestion in the Lil Wayne remix. I think trying out Fireman, trying out some deliveries, Fireman, fire provider man. I think that's fun to say. So maybe record that. Maybe that's the next song. This one's 2.
Yeah, the singing just wasn't strong and polished. I want to come down. It just sounded like lackadaisical, and it lacked gumption is the word that I would give it. Like, you need to learn how to use your voice in a manner that works performatively. And like Bird said, maybe it's more of a more impactful rapping, but I don't think that this does your catalog of music any justice or furthers it any steps forward. I mean, like we said, maybe I guess starting a few weeks ago, there's something to be said here that you're not overly relying on auto-tune anymore, but you need to figure out what kind of voice you have and how to use it properly. Like right now, like if you just, and I'm not a drug user, I'm not a drinker, so I'm not gonna like speak on what people do to be creative and create art, but saying that I was pretty high, if you just get high and just like record any old thing and then release it, is that a good use of your time? Like, are you growing and learning from that, or are you just like making songs to make songs? That's
it goes back to quality control, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe you were high and you're like, this shit's fire, but then you hear it sober and you're like, still fire?
Yeah. Quality control, 100%. So I'm saying I'm at a 2. I don't think that this sounds like something that you should further invest time in without figuring out how do I use my voice in a either singing manner or a rapping manner, but neither on this track worked well for me.
For what it's worth, I thought the art was kind of cool. I will say, I said this with Hardy too, is like the parental advisory is kind of a funny thing to do on like digital albums, because like, you know, like who are we warning? You know what I mean? Like
everybody
is better without, I think.
Let them know you're a rebel. You're a bad guy. You're a bad boy.
I'm a bad boy.
Speaking of bad boys, next up, Sartorius. Look at the wrist.
Frostbite.
Whew. That's some good artwork there. Hands completely frozen.
Yeah.
If you had some jewelry and just by fact of putting it on, your whole arm just frozen, would you consider it a good purchase, or what the fuck? I need a refund. I didn't ask for ice hands.
I think if I got magical frostbite and like my limb turned to like a Sub-Zero fatality, just shattering. Yeah, maybe I don't want to put that on. I'm already not a jewelry guy, but yeah.
All right, here's Sartorius. Look at the wrists. Look at the wrists.
Look at the wrist.
Code.
Bumping their gums, talking that mess. This shotgun here, throwing them back like Mitchell and Ness. Now they switching the dress, wishing for less. People are tight, black and the white, hot off the press. Pulling out the 45, and you know that bitch suppressed. Neighbors ain't gonna hear nothing when that bitch gonna hit your chest. Now your debt is expense. Shoulda came and confessed. Shoulda known all the facts before you came and just guessed. Look at the wrist, counting the money, they talking they shit. Burning the Benjis, they burning so blue. Fucking the money, I know what I want. Pull up with trucks and we rolling with guns. Spinning the block and they watching for sure. Put it in park, we pulling up front. So back to the topic. Even on vacay, I hit you in the tropics. Yo, bitch, give me brand new tropics. Don't give a fuck if she toxic. I'm open-minded, I'm a visionary. I split your wig, yeah, the vision's scary. I made up my mind this time. Fucking my dollars up, this ain't missionary. I didn't wanna have to do it to him. Putting 2 through him. Didn't know you knew him. I didn't wanna have to do it to him. Putting 2 through him. Closed casket viewing. I keep a stick on me like I'm Moses. Part your mind like the Red Sea. Extendo mag getting heavy. Too authentic to be bought on Etsy. I swiped the card, I maxed the credit. I called them up, told them reset it. They finding out that 100,000 gon' make someone regret it. They hit you now, they double in. That money wide like a double chin. We like them thick nose and big bitch. We popping fools like medicine. So when we knock on doors, better let us in. Or I got someone who can get us in. You a pussy bitch with a whole mind. I always knew you was feminine. Look at the wrist. Counting the money, they talking they shit. Burning the Benjis, they burning so blue. Fucking the money, I know what I want. Pull up with trucks and we rolling with guns. Been in the block and they watching for sure. Put it in park, we pulling up front.
Mind if I rewind a couple parts?
I was just thinking the
Counting
same.
the money, they talking they shit. Burning the Benjis, data's expense. Shoulda came and confessed. Shoulda known all the facts before you came and just guessed. Look at the wrist. Counting the 45, and you know that bitch suppressed. Neighbors ain't gonna hear nothing.
There's something he said like topic and then dropic. I didn't quite catch what.
Nootropic, getting brain like nootropic. You know what
Is that what he
nootropics
said?
are? Yeah.
No.
So nootropics are some sort of like energy brain like supplement. Like I think Joe Rogan has like a nootropic supplement that he pitches.
After the chorus, he said, okay.
When that bitch gon' hit you on the topics. Yo, bitch get in the block and they watching for sure. Put it in park, we pulling up front. So back to the topic. Even on vacay, I hit you in the tropics. Yo, bitch, give me brain new tropics. Don't give a fuck if she toxic. I'm open-minded, I'm a visionary. I split your wig, yeah, the vision. Putting two through them. Didn't know you knew them.
I like this. I want to like it more. There are a couple of things that I would just like nitpick on. Like, I like when you added the layers on that harmonizing part. It just doesn't feel like it fits the flow of everything, I would say. Like, something in the wording feels like it's not necessarily a chill, relaxed harmony, if that makes any type of sense. Like, it feels like it's kind of like, you know, sonically something needs to change here, and you did that, but the execution doesn't quite blend into the rest of the song somehow. And I don't know if it's just necessarily the wording, or maybe, you know, I don't know. I would like to listen to it later and digest it a little bit more. But I like this overall as a piece. You have a very calm voice, and I don't know. When I listen to your voice, I feel like it should sound a little bit more relaxed, where sometimes your delivery feels a little bit crisp and on point. Kind of like how when Ray Stans does his raps, like sometimes he's just very poignant, I think is the word, you know, like it's very on point and on the mark. A lot of almost too perfect, you know. It's like when the teacher is giving an exam and like a kid gets 100 and you like double check it, like, okay, should this person have gotten 100? I'm suspicious. That's how I feel when I listen to your tracks. I'm like, it feels good, but there's something it needs to be a little bit, I would say it just needs a little bit more relaxation in it. Is the only thing that I can really express from it. Like, it just feels too crisp at times. And I think that it's not a very stretch. It's not like you're far away from it, because I do like the song. It's just like, I don't know, something in the details feels like it just needs a little bit more swagger, is all I can really tell you. But I do like this overall. I think that it just needs a little bit more layering throughout rather than just that single part. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just like the little ear candy elements of like, since there's just one layer predominantly, all I'm listening to is like the ins and outs and the nitpicking of that singular layer. And there's nothing to kind of like detract my mind from that. There's no highlighting here. There's no ad lib here to like distract me. So then I'm like super focused on like, what are you saying and how are you saying it throughout the entirety of the track? And that's why the little harmonizing part kind of threw me off. I'm like, okay, I like this. It changes things up, but the flow of it kind of felt different. All in all, I say that to say I still enjoyed it listening. I think the verses were pretty dope, other than that one line that I'm just ignorant about. I didn't know what that was, so I just wanted to run it back. But I'll give it a 7 maybe 7.5 if I listen to it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's weird because it's so close that you can almost make the argument that
it's fine.
That it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's right there, but there's something that just makes you feel a little like, what is that? Yeah. It's like your kid comes home saying, "Oh yeah, I studied all night." I was like, "Really? Because you smell like pot." Like, I don't know if you were studying. All right. No, like this is so good, and there's a lot of good to be had from this. I really love the flow. Like, there's something about the way you attack this beat I really liked, especially like the I don't want to call it double time because it's not super fast, but it's kind of this syncopated rhythm that you hit, and there's some pockets where it like really crushed. I think the lyrics are pretty interesting. There are some moments, I noticed it more in the first verse rather than the second. I think the second was stronger.
Yeah.
The first verse, there was just some parts where it's like the way you said something just didn't exactly hit the way I wanted it on the beat. And the only other like kind of nitpicky criticism here would be for the hook. I think, you have kind of this catchy, boppy beat, and it felt like because the hook was a little bit more complex, like you kind of did A, and then you just moved on. Like you didn't really end the rhyme for the first part of it. And then I think there's a way to make a stronger hook just by kind of simplifying it down and kind of making something that connects everything rather than feels like its own section that's just a little off from what else you did there. But overall, I like it. I'd give it 8.
So Torius, remind me, where are you from? Where were you raised? And where do you live now?
Boom. 3 questions.
Tell
and
me.
Then you get to ask Dice 3 questions. That would be a fun.
And you're a Greek? What was the last question I asked? Houston.
Favorite type of yogurt?
This makes sense. This makes a little bit. Okay, I'm trying to build up context here because I'm like, he has this very Southern style, but he doesn't have a very Southern delivery. And I can tell his influence is very Southern driven. So, I'm not dissecting you as a human, but obviously your upbringing is like, you're more, you have a good vocabulary, you're more pronunciated in your speech. And I think that's what I'm trying to kind of like dial into is like, okay, what is it about your dialect that isn't quite matching the Southern cadences of the beats? And maybe it's just the pronunciation. So my recommendation is like, and you probably already are familiar with this person, is like maybe listen to some more Big Crit and see like how he like flows across his beats, because he's very well spoken in the same manner as you, but there's still some sort of like cadences and twangs that come out of his delivery that I guess kind of like matches the feeling and the vibes of the tracks that he does. And I think that's kind of what I haven't listened to a lot of him recently, but I think that's kind of what I kind of dial into that you remind me of is a Big Crit. Like you have a deep voice, you rap very eloquently, I would call it, but just something, it feels like it's missing, even though it isn't really missing. You like Zero? I like Zero too. I think Zero
did a song with him. This guy, famous.
Yeah, I have a song with him. I think Zero is a tricky one because he can rap really well and he can sing really well, and he has a very deep voice. So that's probably a good role model to have. I'm not gonna dispute you on that at all. Fair play.
I will, because I am a discontent. I am just
a contrarian.
Fuck yeah, I like to be contrarian.
Have you ever rainbows? Heard of? Well, fuck rainbows.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever heard of Ian, the new rapper Ian? Check him out. Maybe learn from him.
That's the guy where they were like finger snapping on the radar. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was a fire intro.
That was a cool beat that he did nothing with.
Hey man, sometimes you give people a lot of nothing and they take something from it. Huh?
Yeah.
How about that?
beat. I mean, it was a cool idea. I think he even came in with the idea. If he didn't, then he has no redeeming qualities. But
we got a tip from Fallen Dove, not to derail, but let me ask you this, D-Bird. How do you feel about rapper entourages? Like guys that go somewhere and they show up. I'm not talking like, 50 Cent and Tony Yayo, I'm not talking about the sidekick that you always have with you, like Busta Rhymes and Flipstar. I'm talking about a guy who shows up and there's always like 5 no-name people with them at any given time. Do you a fan of the entourage?
No, and here's why. They did my boy Allen Iverson very dirty, and he went basically broke trying to pay for all of his boys. And as a white, all of my friends who don't have any rapping ability or technical knowledge at all, they're like, oh, I could be your hype man. Literally, I've heard this from every white friend that I've ever had. They're like, oh, you're doing a show? I could be your hype man. Or like, I hope you get famous. I'll be your hype man. It's like, do you even know any of my songs good enough to like mouth the words along?
You know any of the words?
You don't.
You know any of the timing
words.
Even jump in with a yeah or an oh?
None. But they just think it's that easy. Rapping is just like, oh, so you just stand up there and like dance around a little bit. Okay. Yeah.
Even if I wasn't an artist
Worthless.
myself, and like if I had an artist buddy who was like really blowing up, I couldn't imagine just being like, you know what, I'm gonna follow you around to every interview, every event that you go to, and just stand around in the background and throw hand signs, right? That's all they're doing. It's like, yeah, my homie, he picked up the weed the other day. Shout out to my homie. Like, that's all you are, is a guy in the background. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Shout out to the entourages in the world.
Shout out.
All right. Got a tip from the Fallen Dove. There's your favorite cover art again, Bird.
There it is.
So Tori said, let's do a track we could really dial in. That goes for both of you. I'd come out of retirement for that. I'd come out of retirement for that.
Love being included in this as an afterthought.
And I said that goes for the both of you. He didn't direct it at one.
Well,
This guy.
I'll take it.
Mr. Contrarian himself.
I just want to be wanted.
Note to chat. If you have anything to say, lead off with D-Bird, comma, and then state your thought.
Exactly.
All right.
Please and thank you.
Here's the tip from Fallen Dove. This is Roller Coaster in Space.
I've been whipping in space, trying to come on her face. Come to my place, baby, I'll get you strange. Talking no doctor, inspector like Proctor. Get my gold, I prosper, bitch, act proper. Stick my dick in the wormhole, that's a portal. Why?
I'm gonna do something different this time. Fallen Dove, you still in the chat? Yes or no? Explain to me these two things. Why did you lead off with I want to come in her face and then stick my dick in the wormhole? What is the goal of these two quotes while we listen to some more?
Don't you come in your norm clothes? I don't give a fuck about you new hoes. Question my morals, I got the ethos. My diamond swords, hey, just like Cheetos. I got them as.
So is this a love song? You said the goal is to get it super gushy. Is this a love song meant for somebody in particular, or is this just like a I'm feeling myself sex song?
If you're gonna eat those, hell no, back up, little buddy. Hey, I don't care if you wanna buck me. Hey, yeah.
On that section, why didn't you fill out the words more? I don't care if you wanna buck me. It obviously doesn't have the time. This is what D-Bird always talks to you about. It obviously doesn't have the timing to fit. So you just broke a singular word down into its syllable format and made it fit. Instead of saying, I don't care if you want to buck me, you said, I don't care if you want to buck me. Like you just really like stretched it out to make it work rather than making some sort of lyrical adjustment.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just keep dissecting this track, and Bird, feel free to chime in.
We're doing it live.
Yeah,
doing it live.
Dripping like
okay.
Aquarius.
What are you talking
put that
about?
bitch
Wait, go back. I want to hear that line. I want to hear that line.
You wanna buck me? Hey, Yeah, I call that bitch astrology because I get that pussy dripping like Aquarius.
What are you talking
Yeah, I put that bitch in aquarium.
What?
I call that bitch a fish.
Okay, shut up, bro.
No cap.
Okay.
Or corn. Hey, I'm unstable, pills on the table. Give a bar no maple. Then we're able to feel slow on the slow motion. Sometimes being ignorant is better than knowing. Hey, it was laced, but I didn't tell her. But she wanna chase what I wanna show her. Come get a taste.
That like there again, you kind of force the flow to work rather than adding words. Like, let's see what you say.
But I didn't tell her. But she wanna chase what I wanna show.
But she want to like you elongate these words that even if there was a good rhyme pattern to elongate it on this beat, on this tempo, that feels awkward. And that's what we talk about when we say adjust your lyrics. If I want to elongate, if I want to feel her doesn't fit, maybe add a word before, add a word after it, maybe just change the wording together. These are the things that we nitpick about, where we're trying to tell you like the flow just feels awkward and doesn't work.
Show her, come get a taste on a little clover. Mary Jane, hey, how I blow her. Hey, smoking space, got moon rock to waste. Smoking space, got moon rock to waste. Hey, come to my planet, I'll take you. Come to my planet, I'll show you. X world, hey, X world, yeah. X world, hey, come into X world. X world, hey, come on to X world. X world, hey, ride with me on X world. Man, I've been sipping a little too much of this potion. Man, I be feeling drunk. Shit, my head hurts. Yeah, fuck.
Okay. Roller coaster in space. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the song was about.
Gushed?
Yeah, I'm not gushed at all. Because it starts out like, I guess, sexually energized, and then it ends with like, I'm just like, I'm high. And I feel like that's 90% of your songs. And the other 10% is like just super depressing, I want to off myself music. I feel like you need more variety in content. And this is just my advice, my recommendation, not telling you how to live your life, but I feel like you making music stoned, high, drunk, whatever, is not leading you down the path of making good creative content, because all it is the same regurgitated topics. She's dripping wet, I want to fuck her, I'm high, I want to take pills. Like, I can name probably like 5 things that you just regurgitate song after song from the same rotation of topics, and it's always all within the same track, or at least 4 out of 5 or 3 out of the 5. So, again, I can't dictate your life, I can't live your life for you, can't tell you how to be an artist and how to art, but I feel like just getting high, getting drunk, and making music about the same stuff, you've hit the ceiling, and you need to take a good long think about, is this the music that I want to make, and am I headed in the direction that I want to go? I would give this a slightly better nod than the last track, just because I think there were some parts where you had like a clever line here and there, like something you said something about being ignorant is better than knowing. That was actually really clever. So I would say, if you really dialed in, maybe you can take that clever element and expand it to more than just 1 or 2 lines here and there. I give this a 3.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. As far as I do think this is better than the last one. I think that, there were some elements that I liked. The Planet X part kind of showed some musicality, and then with the backing, like, of course, you just kind of said the same thing over and over, but I'm just focused on the building blocks at this point. I'm just focusing on the foundational skills. I think you were able to kind of pronounce and comfortably say, like, I'm on Planet X, come to Planet X, with the backing ad libs, and it fit the beat, at least. So style wise, favorite line, right off the bat, you probably saw my face. You're like, I'm gonna come on her face. It was like the first line or two. And I was like, oh, that's what we're doing. All right. Leading in strong. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's, again, it's hard to tell if you freestyled this or not. I'm going to guess that maybe you wrote some of this down because it felt like you put a little bit more thought into this rather than I'm just going to say whatever and, you know, not even bother to end the rhyme. I'm going to call that this astrology was notable, although kind of for the wrong reasons. I was like, it doesn't really make sense. I see what you're trying to do. I think there's probably a better way to word it. Yeah, I'd give this one a 3. I think there were some things you did right. But again, that timing is what throws everything off, where it's like you spacing things out unnecessarily to make it fit awkwardly within the time signature. Again, Lil Wayne karaoke, man. I think figuring out the timing and being able to deliver confidently, that's the next step.
Yeah, I mean, when you confirm in the chat the things that D-Bird basically says just from listening, is like, feel like you wrote some and then you freestyle the rest and then you basically confirm that. Like, we're not saying this because we're just like, you know, being stone cold dicks and we're like, oh, you can't write, you must have freestyled that. Like, it's pretty obvious listening to it. When we do it with other people all the time, D-Bird's done it to Sotorius, he's done it to P Cash. It's like, oh, you must have freestyled this because I can hear there's no thought into the lines, even if the lines sound good. So, you know, like Bird said, I said this too, like, recreate songs that already exist, see if you can capture that feeling, that emotion from them, and maybe take a pause on like your own work. It's not a bad thing to say, you know, I need to pause what I'm doing and go back to the drawing board. People do it all the time. All right, next up, I don't know.
What's that name?
Back from last time. Oh, okay. Some feedback.
Tell me how to feel.
Copyrighted anyway from people doing samples.
Where did it go wrong?
Not like they take down the music. Kinda.
Looking through the mirror. Like, where's my body? And it took forever for me to feel whole. Didn't even know that I was broken till I broke down. She asked me. Still fucking awkward, be crying on a Thursday in the cafe. Didn't even know that I was broken till I broke down. She asked me. Still fucking awkward, be crying on a Thursday in the cafe. Tell me how to feel. 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 Tell me how to
I don't know with 1508.
I'll just say I remember this one from last time. I was like, the pounding. So you did a great job of bringing that level down. Love that right off the bat. I'll just go ahead and say I like this a lot. I think there was a part like maybe a minute in where it kind of shifts into more of a chorus. And it did feel like with all of the layers going, the vocals got lost a little bit. and I could tell that the layer, like the vocals were really good. So I did want those to be a little bit more present in that spot. But otherwise, I really liked the avant-gardeness of it. I think it is something unique, and I think there's a little bit more like musicality, a little bit more rhythm to the way that you put this in. So I'm gonna give this an 8 where it's at today.
Yeah, I remember this bits and pieces of it, and I feel like just from a listenability standpoint, it does feel more comfortable to listen to. I think one thing that I maybe nitpicked on was like the stutters felt a little bit overdone, and listening to this version of it, I can't necessarily quite hear that. It just feels like everything fits. I think up until part about minute 30 in, where it slowed down and then the vocals were still, overlaid on top of that, it just felt a little bit disjointed. But I think all in all, it still was a solid piece, and I liked it. I still think that this was a good rendition of whatever you had from last time. So I give this an 8 too. I liked it. DJ Tongue Hero, yes, you can still send 5. You can send 5 24/7. Fuck it, there's no time limit.
We always take 5. Shit, send us 5 on like a Thursday afternoon. We'll pop on. We'll fucking listen to your shit. Why not?
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah, that's right. Although I might be. But
nope, you're not
I'll
doing.
Stop whatever I'm doing to come here.
Even if Bird is doing something, I'll just call him on speakerphone and be like, Bird, DJ Tongue Hero just tipped. I'm live. Listen to this.
I do need a DJ Tongue Hero alert for sure.
All right. So we got
I'm on
DJ
break, but had to close.
I think he's closing up at the job. He's working the late shift.
Jabs. What's up, Gray? Gray baby.
You fuck with Jobs, Bird?
I used to. What about you? You like Jobs?
I like Steve Jobs.
Do you? The guy didn't believe in medicine.
I mean, that may have ultimately led to his demise.
Crazy.
However,
it 100% did.
However, I think that he was a trendsetter on fashion when he said, you know what? Black turtleneck jeans, that's my wardrobe. Genius.
You just like the simplicity of not having to choose.
Yeah, I like going to places like Chick-fil-A where they're like salad, chicken sandwich, chicken nuggets.
That's it.
You want this, want some concoction with some other shit on it. You want it like grilled to a crisp. Go somewhere else. That's all we got. Chicken sandwich, chicken nuggets, salad. I like it. I like the simplicity.
Yes, you do.
All right. Let's see. I don't see the 5 yet. Is DJ Tongue Hero swindling me? Are you fucking swindling me, DJ Tongue Hero? You a swindler, man? What the fuck?
You a swindler, man? I'm a swindler. I'm a swindler, baby.
I need to perfect a Canadian accent. You swindling me? You swindling me, Crody? Is that how they say it? Cody? Is that what Drake says?
Yeah, that's pure Canadian right there. It's dripping of maple syrup.
I got it. All right, DJ Tongue Hero, Crody. Never Do. Take a listen. Take a watch at the video.
Tongue Hero Titty Gang.
Love this. Titty Gang.
No, you can't smoke like DJ Tongue Hero.
DJ Tongue Hero, doing shit you never do. I'm rocking like I'm Tobey Maguire back in 2002. Pepperoni pizza in a 2-liter of Mountain Dew. Pepperoni nipples getting licked is what I gotta do. Whose line is it anyway? I'm hosting like I'm Kerry Drew. Feel like Wayne Brady, Tom Brady, about to carry you. Only getting lit, girl. You think I'm about to marry you? Got that dog in me. You got uses, you got Miriam. No, I brought a shovel cause I'm ready for the burial. I'm all in it. Straight digging, chase money. Bruce Wayne, Luke Kane, Bugs Bunny. Stay winning, lick women, be funny. You know I had a buzz way before I had honey. Yeah, you know I had carrots way before I got bunnies. I'm out in Philly just cause every day's sunny. I be chilling out of Chili's like I'm handing out Dundies.
Ah. 10 out of 10. Office reference. Fuck yeah. I love this. This is the best thing I've ever seen.
It's good about his last track.
DJ Tongue Hero saying shit you never heard. Macking with the wordplay, got them hanging off of every word. My second IPA, it's only bottom of the third. They getting mad over these genders like it was Tweety Bird. At the Ren Fair, only time I'm in an Iron Dome. Put a bitch on mute, she yelling over speakerphone. I just speak the truth, 3 beeps in a dial tone. I got so much sauce, guaranteed that I won't die alone. Heard I'm a dog off a song, I might give a bone. Ain't playing, true saying, plus Ultra, 04, Ben Wallace, might choke you. Third Eye, Gold Cobra, plus Vulture. I ain't posted a song last week, I had to catch a plane. Seen him in the chat throwing shade. Hey, I get it, man. Pull up in your city, less than 600 minutes, ain't. No, I'm not alone, I come with Tongue Hero City Gang.
No, you can't smoke like DJ Tongue Hero. Your girl get licked by DJ Tongue Hero.
Right, that was DJ Tongue Hero with Never Do. Never Do. Never Do.
Hi, Nikki. Look who decided to join us.
Listen, I had like 55 fucking updates. It's ridiculous. I need to start hopping in on my phone, but I get like no service here.
What did you think of DJ Tongue Hero's song?
Well, what I heard of it, I mean, like, I felt like it was a lot tighter. The flow and stuff was a lot tighter than it was last week. Maybe it was just a specific beat. You know, your pacing seemed like it fit a lot better with this beat than the last one that I heard. Obviously, still the same type of lyricism and storytelling patterns of looking things. I think that you should put... what are those called? Little blurb that says like all activities have been performed with consent. You know, like something like that on your releases. But overall, I mean, it was fun and stuff. I'll give you a 7. It's not really my content, but it's all you do. But I guess that's why your name's Tongue Hero.
Look, I'll start out with the technicalities just as an objective, you know, person with earbuds sitting reviewing music. I hated the tinniness effect of the chorus. The chorus, like, there's whatever effects you did or whatever non-mix you did, yelling into a tin can, it sounded like the quality just wasn't that good. So although I liked the energy you brought with it, I felt like it wasn't like it didn't come across probably the way that it should have, just from quality. And I would say on the vocal dubs, I heard them in there this time, which is great. I do think it added a bunch. I just think that it almost sounded like you took the same layer, like you took what you recorded and then kind of copy pasted the dubs rather than doing your own new recording layer of just the ending rhymes. I could be mistaken, but that's kind of what it sounded like. And I think there's a way to kind of polish up the dubs to make those ending lines hit a little bit better. That being said, now subjectively, I fucking love this. I think the artwork is great. I love the animations that you do. I love the lyricism you bring to this, and your flow was on the whole time. This was great energy. I loved the Dundee reference. Shout out, Office. Dundee's is one of the best episodes. I'm going to give this a subjective 9.5.
What was your objective score?
My objective would be more. Doesn't matter. I'm a subjective 9.5.
That's fine. All
I'm
right.
surprised we haven't done Dundee's as like, white collar. I don't know. I'm surprised we haven't done any spin-off of that because everybody knows what that is. I didn't even really watch The Office and I know what that is. And I got a bunch of yogurt caps.
Sure.
DJ Tongue Hero, do you record sitting down? I ask because I agree. I think the flow is getting more crisp and in line with your timing and delivery. However, I feel like there's still a little bit of emphasis that's missing from the wind beneath your wings. And I'm not saying that everybody has to record standing up or leaning against a wall or whatever. Because actually, just as an experiment, I actually recorded my last album sitting down, where I normally go with my booth behind me and I stand up. I just wanted to see, like, what is the sound difference in how I record, and can I still execute in the way that I want to? And I think it just all depends on the person, right? How can you control your voice and your delivery, and how you flow? Okay, so you record standing up. I want you to try taking half a step back from the microphone and feeling like you have to deliver it a little bit harder to get the vocals louder. Don't change your gain settings. Just take half a step back, record it, see if it's lower than you'd like it to be, and then go back and then do it again until you get that delivery. Like, treat it like you have to go into your job and they're like, hey, CEO's coming into town. We need you to give a speech about why your job is important and we shouldn't eliminate it. And you've got like 3 minutes. You've got a song. You've got 3 minutes to deliver it, and make sure he hears it, because he's going to be standing in the back room, because as soon as your speech is over, he's got to fucking get on the plane and go. So he's disrespectful ass CEO standing in the back of the room, but you got to speak to him. That's how I want you to deliver your next song, is like, give some impact behind it, because I think that your flow is there. I just think that it needs like a little bit more oomph in it. And I think that would probably help. So I do, like I said, I do hear that there's improvements there. I'm just trying to dial it into like, what is the last step that we can take to make it sound more polished? The only other thing that I would say about this track, I love the verses. I'm always jealous when I hear people do punchlines over and over again, and like clever little witty and callbacks and shit, because I don't do that shit. I just rap about fucking life. Whenever I try to do like a little punchline, I'm like, this is stupid. I don't know anything. I'm not clever enough. Fuck it. I'm depressed. Fuck it. Well, yeah, I'm jealous when I hear somebody like, oh, like you did the little the Courage the Cowardly Dog Muriel. Like I hear these things and I'm like, oh yeah, that shit makes sense. I like that. Fuck this guy. So I think the verses were dope. I think that the hook is just way too spacey out. Like it's just too much air in the hook. It needs something in the background to like keep it moving, keep it flowing along, or it needs to be half as long. It's just too spaced out, is what I thought. So I like this song. I give it 7.5, because I think the verses make up for everything else. Like the writing is great. I love the writing. I'll give you that. Despite you always saying you want to lick people, to each their own. The rest is good.
I forgot to mention that too. I think that's a great observation. Either cut down the hook by a half or add some shit in the background. But yeah, good job.
Shout out Tongue Hero. Thank you for always supporting us and actually listening to the feedback that you say you implement.
One of one.
Shots fired. All right. Last one we got in the subscriber queue. Short night tonight, I guess. Jay Light. Shout out Jay Light.
Jay Liggity.
Don't call him that. It's rude.
You don't know that.
You're right. My bad. Sorry. Here's Maybe. Give me Russell Wilson vibes.
Is Russell Wilson washed?
Nah. I don't think so. graceful. That's Sierra.
That's true. You can bang Sierra. Who cares about football?
Right.
Girl, we been through a rough patch. Had a good run, don't let it change that. We can get through this, we can come back. Keep your head up, yeah, don't look back. We've been through all the cussing and fussing. Don't listen to what they say, you are perfect. I got imperfection, so let's work it. No, I can't be, I deserve it. Girl, what is there to talk about? Let's figure out and argue now. I'll treat you like a lady. Wanna be my wife, that's a maybe. Girl, what is there to talk about? Let's figure out and argue now. I'll treat you like a lady. Wanna be my wife, that's a maybe. Love your hugs, I can feel the warmth. Sometimes feel my heart is torn. Feel like it's in God's hands now. You kicked me when I was down. Don't see no competition. They don't see none, either itching for the next woman who can treat me right. All I gotta do is walk up, say hi. Don't wanna leave, now I can't do it. When you feel like we got our own theme music. Don't even talk, you already know it. You know I got you, can't leave you clueless. And I got this mic too, who am I singing for? You. This means sprung, but now I'm out of it. Relationship goals, I'm not buying it. Girl, what is there to talk about? Let's figure out and argue now. I'll treat you like a lady. Wanna be my wife, that's a maybe. Girl, what is there to talk about? Let's figure out and argue now. I'll treat you like a lady. Wanna be my wife, that's a maybe. Treat you like a queen girl. 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 Treat you like a queen girl.
All right, that was Maybe by J-Like. I feel like the consistent thing that I hear throughout this is that something in the timing is off. I don't know whether the vocals got misaligned when it was being mixed, or maybe just a oversight, when you were exporting it and you didn't listen to it before you uploaded it, but the vocals seem misaligned throughout the entirety of the track. And we've heard you do songs before, so I know you know what timing is, and I don't need to break that down for you, but it just seems like everything is off. And that probably leads to the comment that we have there where, somebody's like, it's great, but it's chaotic. It sounds chaotic because it's not on the beat. And I think there were some parts, especially in the very opening, where kind of similar to the Fallen Dove, like you had these lines that you wanted to deliver and they didn't necessarily fit, but you just like kind of forced them in there. So like, just go back and like re-examine those, like, hey, I had to stretch this word out. Does that stretch actually work? And it's a part of how I'm delivering it and how I flow, or am I just kind of like forcing it because I don't want to change the lines? And, we say this to people all the time, is like, some people write these lyrics that they have their heart set on and they just don't want to adjust them. And you got to kind of like bite the bullet and say, you know what, this doesn't fit, or I can't deliver this the way that it needs to, and either switch up some words, add some words, remove some words, or just like change the line. Like sometimes you just got to like, there's been plenty of times where I'm writing a line and I'm like, I want to say this thing and I can't just fucking get it to sound right in the flow. And I'm just like, fuck it. And I just erase the line and I do something different. So, that's part of like making those adjustments. And I think, I'd say like the first 8 lines, I would look at those again and see, do they fit or do you need to make some adjustments? Where it's at right now, I'm going to cross my fingers and say it's just a mix issue. And I'll give this I think it got stronger the longer it went on. I'll give it a 5.5. I can't say 6. I want to give it a 6, but I feel like I gotta be true to myself and say I don't hate it, but I feel like things could have been improved. 5.5.
Yeah, I just to kind of piggyback on your comments, Dice, as far as the timing or writing for timing. I think one little hack that might help some people is you can almost always get rid of articles. So like the and like you could almost always get rid of a syllable or two on either side. just by kind of making it more concise when writing. Also, adding stuff, you can make things past tense, present tense, future tense. Like sometimes changing like contemplated versus contemplate, right? There's different amounts of syllables and different beats of hitting the words there. So just something to think about as you're writing to make it comfortable in the time signature. But yeah, like the timing was completely off throughout, at least to my ear. It felt like you're just a little too fast. Like Dice said, maybe that just in the upload, things got shifted around. I'm not sure. But I could hear the quality of the vocals really good, especially when you were doing layers. I was like, oh, this sounds really awesome. I love the way his voice sounds to this beat. It's just slightly off when it comes to the end of the line. So I think you're just slightly ahead of it basically throughout the whole thing. So for that reason alone, I'm going to give it a 4. But I see what you did here, and I think it's an easy fix.
Yeah, I think that I'm kind of where the guys are at too. I'm at 5.5. For me, it's a lot about the tightening up and, the reworking the lyrics and everything. It seems like there's certain times where your words are falling off and just continuing on and just coming off the beat a little bit and some enunciation, just getting more into it a little bit more also. I think it really would help, what Bird's saying, really take that to heart with, switching up the words, and there's different ways to say the same thing, because that's going to really take care of a lot of the issues that I'm hearing. But yeah, I'm at a 5.
Yeah.
5.5.
Yeah.
5.5.
Yeah. Might watch that video again after the show.
Very good looking female rappers. If only they rapped as good as they looked.
Tomato. But yeah, you bet, J-Light. Always a pleasure hearing from the community. That's it. That's all we have in the queue for tonight. So unless anybody has anything else, we are going to jet set.
You play GAT again?
I almost switched the screen back to that tab, but I was like, doesn't feel right.
Nah, screw it. Shout out everybody for coming through. Appreciate you guys all submitting.
10 crimes. It's subscriber night. If you're a subscriber, you can send one in. Otherwise, you can get in line for the Sunday show for free. Up to you. If you want to tip and get played right now, you can. Otherwise, Sunday feedback queue is wide open for this coming Sunday.
How many crimes is too many crimes?
Obviously not 10.
Federal
10
or
sounds like a lot.
We're talking
what
like
kind of crimes are they? Because I'm sure I break 10 crimes in a day.
Jesus.
Do you? That's
Well,
a lot of
like,
crimes
I
even for
don't
little
like, I use
ones.
my blinker, maybe don't buckle up every day.
I mean, driving related offenses for sure. I can see that. Someone take this lady's license.
Wait, you drive without your seatbelt?
I mean, if I'm going down the street, put it on as I'm going.
The beeping, you just ignore it. Because I know every car these days beeps at you if you put it in drive and you pull off. Yeah.
Dude, I was dating a girl once who just let it ring. I'm like, are your ears working? Do you fucking hear? It's grating on me. It's the first thing I do, just naturally put on a
passenger
seatbelt.
one, but mine, I don't know. I just don't hear it.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's like a black person saying they don't hear the smoke alarm beeping. You don't hear that beep every 5 minutes? What?
My favorite was the crew that sent the track in, and they were recording while the smoke alarm was going off, and you honed in on that so quickly.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I hear it. You can't tell me you just record. You can't go into the room and say, yo, let's record a song. Beep, beep. Fuck it. It's fine. It'll be fine. Nobody will hear it. No, stop. Anyway.
Have you ever had to cut that out?
I would have just sent it back to whoever sent it to me and just said, fuck you.
Like you're listening to
Do
the
it
raw
again.
vocal, and then you hear a
Listen, this is where it goes back to quality control, right? It's like maybe you didn't hear it because the headphones were on, but you can hear it now that it's playing.
No, that's not it.
Are we done?
I can't hear it because the headphones are. Bitch, you heard it when you took the headphones off and y'all are fucking like bouncing it out to send to me. What the fuck?
Well, that's
No.
what I'm saying. Is like there's some point you press play.
Yeah. Anyway, I love
10
my
crimes. Ireland. That's fun.
I love my
Have you been
people.
to Ireland?
Have I ever been to Ireland?
Luck of the Irish. Oh, you guys.
I have
My
ire.
mom's from Ireland though. The Hides.
I have ire on a day-to-day basis.
Wah, wah.
Hold on, I got that. There we go. All right. We don't got anything else. Nobody's posting any other tracks. So we're gonna get out of here. Catch us on the Discord. Catch us Sunday morning, bright and early for the free queue. Shout out to the producers in
Try to get up for
the
that this week.
the producer tournament that's going on. Beats are due Sunday. Good luck. That's all I can say. All right, getting out of here.
Is this the
Y'all-
first week?
Yep.
Ooh, how is the voting on that? Is it community voting? Like
It's
Fuck 'em.
fucked.
What?
It's
Wait,
fucked.
what?
Dice the dictator coming in and just like, you win, you suck. Dick move. That's all I'm saying.
Well, is it to a specific template?
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't like.
As long as there's a template.
Tap,
At least
tap,
there's
tap
specific
the
criteria
beehive.
across the board voting. That's fine.
Why don't you
No.
share that with the chat in the producer tournament and see how they feel about it?
Probably got a lot of
Understand.
catching up to do in the lounge,
Yep.
Nikki.
Yeah, I've not been in Discord for a minute.
That's why we were laughing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
But I remembered as soon as I said something.
Well, we're gonna get out of
Have a
here.
good week.
Y'all have a good evening and catch you folks on the flip side. Adios.